It is cuffing season during COVID. How hard does that make it to find a warm body to cuddle up to or to find the love that we want? A lot harder, right? Well, I'm going to give you 4 ways to get closer to the love that you're seeking. So if you're married, in a relationship, or even if you're complicated, this ain't for you. Here we go. Number 1, you need to do the work. You need to do the work on the inside first, because if you are not whole, if you are still holding on to attitudes, beliefs, and patterns that are not serving you, and you're going to end up either one of 2 things. One, the perfect person is going to show up for you and you're going to fuck it up, or you're going to continue to get the same person who you think is perfect for you that's going to show up in a different body to teach you those same lessons that freaking suck because you didn't do the work. You have to look at how you were raised, how love was shown to you. You have to look at the mistakes that you made in past relationships, even the ones in which the other person was the one who did most of the wrong. But unless you do all that clearing out and that healing, that person's not going to show up for you, because why would they, right? Why would somebody show up for you? Why would the universe, God, angels, whoever, Allah, whoever you are praying to, bring you somebody who you're not ready for? It's just not going to happen. Step number 2, you have to switch it up. And this is hard, right? Because during COVID, like, most of us have the same routine. We're like, if we have to go to work, we're going working home. If we're home, we're going to the grocery store or other places. But what if you take a different route to work or to wherever you're going? What if you go to a different grocery store in a different neighborhood for a moment? Do things that are a little bit different. If the opportunity comes where you can do something socially distanced and safe, try it. Do it, because you never know who you're going to meet. But if you're doing the same thing, like, the odds that the man of your dreams is going to show up to fix your cable is very small. It could happen, but the odds are very small. Or that the male woman is going to be your next boo. It could happen, but you got to try to switch things up. Try new things, do new things, switch up your routine. And speaking of routines, that leads to my third one. My third one is practice the law of attraction. Are you moving like you want to be with somebody? Because if you are eating like a bachelor or a bachelorette, if you are hogging up the whole bed, even though it's just you are sending signs to the universe that you are not ready. You got to make room in that bed and sleep on one side. Sleep on the side that you want to sleep on and leave that side open for your partner. You have to start cooking and preparing meals. You can't think that a woman or a man is going to make your home feel like a home. You have to create a home for yourself first. I don't care if it's a studio apartment before you think somebody else is going to come and make it home. So you have to make sure that you start doing that law of attraction. And part of that is that healing that I mentioned for number 1, right? So when you prepare yourself on the inside and you start moving that way on the outside, then that's when you're going to get closer to attracting that person. And then the last one is acknowledge the love that's already in your face. And I don't mean the person that's trying to holler at you that you're not attracted to. I mean the person that shows up for you and shows you that they love you. And that could be your children, that can be your friends, that can be your auntie, that could be your uncle, your mama, your daddy, whomever. But there are people who already love you unconditionally. And it's important when we're searching for our soulmates that we realize that sometimes our soulmates are the people who we are connected to on a daily basis, the ones who we are connected to either because we're related by blood or we're related by community or we're friends. Sometimes those are our soulmates. And we have to acknowledge that their love is just as important as romantic love, because these are the people who continuously show up for you, who hug you, who encourage you and support you. So if you really truly want to get closer to love, show some gratitude for the love that already exists in your life. Because the more you show gratitude, the more you're going to be likely to receive love and be open to love. So those are my 4 tips to get closer to love. I mean, you can do what you want because you're an adult. Do what you want. But if you want to get closer to love, you got to do the inside work first. You got to switch up your routine and try some new things so you can perhaps bump into someone and have this serendipitous moment. You have to practice the law of attraction. That is how you are going to get closer to love.